Stuff! Hello, how you doing? Today we are doing Mirage Noir. Did that go? I think that did. Okay. Did that. Nope, that's bad. Bad touch. Okay. Sorry about that. That should be fine there. Hello, I'm Anois with a dapper seaweed VTuber, artist, actor, General Gremlin. And with me today, I have my fantastic little buddy Petri. There he is. Today, we're going into the sleuthy world of Mirage Noir. Now, you may remember I did do the mini demo, but they came out with the full demo to coincide with Steam Next Fest. I have a whole week planned of demos to go through. Since I looked at my wish list and I'm like, oh, there's quite a lot of them. Tasty. So the layout for the week will be starting with this, and we will slowly progress to some more intense action-packed games. Like Friday, I am looking forward to. It is a indie horror game, but I will also do it with a heart tracker. Yes, and I tested it last night. The heart tracker works, indeed, indubitably. Well, we're gonna jump into this. New game, you'll be given an option to jump to where you were before. Yes. Start from the second demo. Fantastic. We can go with the standard name, that's fine. So, to break you down, to build you back up, I've moved myself here. Hello. Oh, I have. Okay. We got chased by an evil man. I think it's an evil man. Got conked out in our offices. We saw a picture that should not exist. We woke up, everything seemed fine. We went to go break up a random fight with an aggressive man. Got saved by another man who might be a gangster. That was also in the mysterious photo that no one should be a part of. Broke said man, Prince, and another man out of jail. Evaded the cops, who are probably very corrupt. His brother's dead now, or at least someone who's a part of his gang. And our main character would like to be taken seriously at their job. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Be taken seriously at your job. You just want to be appreciated. Yeah. Excuse me as I move my little person. Little person around. I can actually take off that. Update. See if it updated. Yes. Let's see, anything happened here? We can do that later. Okay. So we're gonna go and do this. Here we go. Also, the dialogue in this game is fantastic. The gentlemen converse with each other, and you're like, oh, no, they're basically brothers. This is perfect. They're actually friends. They give each other shit. Just the right amount that you'd expect a friend to do. Ah, the music is fantastic. I believe I've caught you up. Please let me know if you need a update. Welcome in, dipshit! Welcome to the party. I'm glad you're here. I'm just nosy. I want to figure out what's going on. Besides, my boss won't let me work any interesting cases, so this is my only opportunity. Prince Theory. Oh yes, the prince is named Theory. You will hear me slip up and say Terry. It's just gonna happen. Prince Theory seemed a little hesitant, so I quickly add one more thing before I can stop myself. Please, I need more experience. There's something I need to do no matter what. Live! Live. Crap, did that sound too desperate? Please give us a few moments to discuss this. Okay, I'll just be over here then. Oh, is this where we, touch a book and it would go sploot? Yes, this is it. So I'm just gonna skip through this. Basically, they go into... Okay, so this is the gentleman that saved us. He is part of a gangster. Prince Terry is, the prince. This gentleman is a hacker and maybe a, chaos gremlin. There's also a model somewhere around here. At least I think... Oh no, he's a streamer, excuse me. He fits the pretty boy, younger brother archetype in, Atome games, so that's why I categorized him in the idol thing. Seems like a normal person, I don't mind. Let's go through this, because we already did this before. Yes, he's apparently a pretty boy streamer. Do you not want her to? Don't have anything against her. Treat it as a test. See if she's trustworthy. And then, yeah, you touch... Huh. Sammy has a devotion of Y, suspect too. I heard it was super rare and never thought I'd run into someone who has a copy other than me. I haven't read mine in years. I should... The book fell apart. The book fell apart. Let's put it back. See? Harmless. Are we not going to talk about how she just ripped the cover off with her bare hands and shoved it back into the bookcase to hide her crime? Already look broken. Fine. Okay. They decide to let you in. Mishap. Can't believe I broke it. Why did it crumble? Hi. Hi. Why do you look like that? Is it because of the book? You saw. I'm really, really sorry. Oh, can I pay you back in installments? It's that expensive? How did you have it and not know? Can't just find a copy anywhere. Kinda. Don't worry about it then. Are you sure? If it bothers you, just help with the investigation, we'll call it even. Oh my good golly! I'm in the boys club! And then let's see, we got past this bit, clearly. It's kind of like a team. Okay then. Here we go! Do you have any more information on the case? Here's the case overview. Misha, 29 years of age, found in the alley between Celestial and the Como Lux Hotel. Cosmo. I'm not gonna argue with my brain. Cosmo Lux Hotel. Discovered dead at approximately 11 a.m. Time of death is around 8. Cause of death is a blow to the back of the head. No other wounds were found on his body. You okay? You can sit this one out if you want to. It's fine. I'm used to it. His response is quick and flippant, though I can't help but notice some sadness in his eyes. He and that Misha guy must have been close. Honey, they have the same hair. I wouldn't put it past them if they were related. Brothers even. Perhaps second cousins. Misha's autopsy report has been added to the evidence. His body was found by a third party who was passing by and reported the corpse immediately. It was just lying there? Like that in broad daylight? No, it was completely hidden inside the dumpster before it was discovered. The police just moved it out to take pictures. Sure, we'll go past that. That's a little... Okay. Crime scene photo has been added to it. Good, good. Even the main character picked up on that. That's a little weird. It's a little weird of a detail. No, I want apple juice. Open. Open! Sorry, I'm fighting with my bottle. I got that sparkling apple juice. Does it say why they arrested Alexi? 1 second, I'll check. I don't know why either. I was just strolling innocently around town when they grabbed me, didn't even let me get my morning coffee. I'm not sure how innocent that stroll was since you did knock someone out, but since it was to help me, I'll keep quiet. I'm impressed you didn't resist. I was going to, but then I thought about how poor Theory would tear all of his beautiful locks out from the stress. My hair appreciates your restraint. What? Why does it say the suspect was captured on camera going into the alleyway shortly before the body was discovered? Ibs forgot about that. Yeah, sir. Okay. Permission to lock him back up. Permission granted. Wait. I wasn't there to kill anyone. I'm sure. No, I'm serious, look. He fishes his phone out of his pocket and shows it to us. Ooh, mysterious number. 10 alleyway. You normally listen to what every sketchy scam message tells you to do? Obviously not. I thought it was some Sasha. His orders are normally written like that too. You don't know his number? He changes it all the time for security reasons. He usually doesn't bother telling me. Oh, that's aggravating. I see. And? What was so important that he had to make you go there? Why am I going into this accent? I'm not sure. I thought I was supposed to pick something up from someone, but there was no one there. I looked around for a bit, but I didn't see anything, so I left. I asked Nico earlier, and he didn't know either. Maybe it wasn't Sasha, but in that case, I have no clue who sent it. Who's Nico? My brother's advisor. You'll probably see him around. Okay, so he does have a brother. Interesting, interesting. I didn't know gang leaders had advisors. Sammy, can you try tracing the message? Fine, it's most likely a burner phone, though. Text sent to Alexi has been added to the evidence. That's the end of the report. Now that we've got that boring stuff out of the way. Oh, that's tasty jazz. Excuse me while I dance a little bit. Fantastic. How are we doing this? Probably should split up the work, yeah? I'll stay here and go through the security logs. So this is not even enough to get you to change your shut-in ways? I'll be holding them the fort, cheering you on. Go, Alexi, go! I've never heard more monotone encouragement in my life. Go, Alexi, go. Please. I cheer you on from the back. I'll check back in the office then. Nisha might have left some clues there. No, you should stay here. What? Why? Did you forget that you're a wanted man? It's nothing new, just another day for me. Besides, I'm not the one to sit here and twiddle my thumbs while the rest of you are helping me. But I'm the only one who can get in there anyway. Your disguises may be good, but the gang's trained to be paranoid. There's no way I'd let you go by yourself. I'll be careful, promise. I don't believe you, but fine. You'd probably just escape and go if we locked you in here anyway. And you'd be correct. If you lock him in here with me, I will call the police and turn myself in. Thanks for the ill-intentioned support, Sammy. I'll investigate the crime scene then. Sneaking in as a police officer shouldn't be too hard. No, it really shouldn't, because you've already gotten away with it once, and that's a little disappointing. Just a smidge disappointing in all honesty. You just want an excuse to wear that outfit again. What's wrong with that? I worked hard on it! Thanks to a certain someone spilling beer on my old one, by the way. I thought we agreed not to bring that up again. I'll check the police station, see if I can gather any information that might not have been uploaded digitally. I'd like to speak with the investigators involved as well. Are you sure that's okay for you to do that publicly? There should be no issues as long as I stay down there to investigate the convict that escaped. I can't believe the Crown Prince of Solaire is strolling around doing common detective work. You gonna rip into them for letting that big bad gangster escape? Oh yeah, how did you get the guards to leave without revealing yourself? I was surprised when there were none in the jail when I arrived. That was Sammy's handiwork, I believe. It wasn't anything big. I hacked into the security system at the chief's office. It was funny watching them scramble around trying to fix it. Sammy, you're kind of scary. Thank you. No wonder there are so many guards at the end. They must have realized they were duped and came running with their tails tucked between their legs. Oh, I can already feel the headache that will come during my next meeting. Now he's complaining you're getting paid to be their personal therapist. Not enough, if you ask me. Now then, detective. They all turn to look at me with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Yes. What do you plan to do? I don't believe investigating elsewhere is necessary, so you can choose who you want to accompany. After we're done, let's meet back here to share information. That way you won't miss out on anything no matter who you choose to go with. Oh my god, we get to choose the boy now! Sounds good. Let's see. Prince Theory will be at the police station. Alexi will be at the Diorla office. Jim will be at the crime scene, and Sammy will be here. Why is Alexi lit up? You know what? We'll go with it. Me? No offense, but are you sure you don't have a screw loose? I just want to investigate the office, okay? There might be clues left there. You can go elsewhere if you want. And let you walk into the lion's den alone. Wouldn't let you dream of it. I'm being a gangster today. Yay! But I'm serious. It really might be dangerous. Are you sure about this? I won't get offended if you change your mind. Of course I'm sure. I mean, I even broke into jail for you. This is nothing. Our love blossomed in the jail behind the iron bars of justice. So did our affection. Not break, but grow. I'm not a poet. I'm just a fool in love. You're right, and I still think that was stupid, by the way. But thanks, I appreciate it. And sorry again for knocking you out earlier. The ice pack offer is still on the table, by the way. You can pay me back by protecting me if anything happens. And of course, I'll keep you safe no matter what. Oh, what a gentleman. Thankfully, the Diorla office wasn't too far from the hideout, so we managed to make it there without anyone noticing Alexi. To be honest, I looked up the murder online, and other than the victim's identity, there wasn't much info released. Alexi's name wasn't even mentioned, so the general public might not know that he's a suspect. I wonder if that's because Prince Theory pulled some strings. Or maybe Sammy did his weird, magical, and definitely illegal programming thing. We're here. We stop at an ordinary-looking building, and he leads me up to the 3rd floor. So jumping out is out of the question. Or... is the question? Interesting. What's with that look on your face? Not what you expected? No, corporation... I think I'm more surprised it's clean. You know? It's just a lot more ordinary than I thought it'd be. It even looks like a place I work at. What, you thought there'd be blood and organs everywhere? Kinda. We save that for the basement. We get less noise complaints that way. Kidding. How much do you know about us? Not a lot, to be honest. Well, we operate as a loan office. No, that's gonna fry my voice. This is why we talk to customers. Can't make it too scary, you know, so we'll just a normal office building. If you want to see where there's a real gangster works, though, you should check out Sasha's pad upstairs. Now that's no fashion lines, then. Why did I go southern? Jeez Louise, I'll pass, thank you. Alexi is one thing, but I have no desire to meet Sasha Diorla. You're lost. Now then, let's start searching before we get caught. And yeah, the voices aren't working. Is it normally so empty here? I thought we'd run into at least some people, but I glance around the room. There are signs that people have worked here. Papers piled messily on desks, chairs not pushed in, but there's not a soul in sight. I texted some people before we got here asking them to clear out the office. Not that I needed much convincing to slack off. And they listened to you? Don't they all think you did it? Who knows if it's because they actually trust me or they're just scared of what I'll do to them. I don't care either way. I see. Obviously, it won't work against Sasha, but luckily he's not here right now. Let's hope the girls at the club keep him busy. Is he at Celestial? My best friend works there. Yeah, small world. Oh my god. Suspicious! He strides over to one of the desks in the back and begins ruffling through some drawers. Is that Misha's desk? Yeah, I thought I might as well start here. Anything look out of place? One sec, I don't have to remember anything. But I did sit next to him. Hopefully I'll be able to spot if anything's off. Unable to help myself, I glance over at the desk to the left. There are a million picture frames on it, and all of them seem to depict the same little girl. Alexi as a kid. My desk is the one on the right. Oh, I didn't even say anything! It was written all over your face, also that girl looks nothing like me. I look over at the other desk, but sadly nothing interesting. Just a computer, a pile of papers, and some pens. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm just a normal white-collar office worker. The most interesting thing you'll find here is probably this. Ah, look at that little doggy. He holds out some papers, and I spot several badly drawn doodles in the corners. I stare at them for a while, trying to decipher what they're supposed to be. It's all this mystery. I need more clues. I'll do you one better. I have a witness testimony. You should ask Sammy about it when we get back. He'll know. By the way, he's grinning, and I feel like that's something I shouldn't do. He goes back to searching. He doesn't seem like he needs any help on that end, so I let my eyes wander around the room to see if there's any other clues elsewhere. My eyes end up landing on the photographs of the little girl on the desk one over again. And I suddenly remember there's something I need to bring up. Hey, Alexi? What's up? Have we met before? I was expecting a quick no, so the silence stretches out for more than a couple seconds surprises me. Wait, does he actually... You hitting on me? Huh? No. He didn't need to answer so quickly. Don't think we did. I don't usually hang out with your type. Now what's my type exactly? The Missy Good Shoes. The Missy Good Shoes. The Missy... Oh, jeez Louise. The Miss Goody Two Shoes. Oh, I really don't feel like that like one though. True, I take that back. No law-abiding citizen would break into jail. Sammy did most of the breaking in. I just happened to be there. But if it helps you sleep at night, girlie. So what'd you ask? Did you have a dream about me or something? No. Doesn't seem like he's lying, so he probably doesn't know about the vision then. In which case, next question is, why me? Why'd I see it? You're missing out. Your dreams must be pretty boring. Wait. Did you find something? I move closer, peeking over his shoulder. His box is missing. What box? He has a little box where he stores all of his letter his girlfriend sends him. He always keeps it in this drawer. Any chance someone took it? Nah, pretty sure I was the only one who knew it was here. He digs through the desk drawers some more. It's obvious by the grim look on his face that it isn't there. Is this the only thing that's gone? Yeah, I think so. Which probably means he took it. He abandons his shirt. He abandons his shirt. No, we have to get more relationship status with him. He abandons his search and leans back, hands retreating to his pockets. Any idea why? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but if it was only one thing he grabbed, it might have known something was about to happen. That or he was planning to leave. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't say it. But it looks like Alexi might have the same conclusion anyway. He starts rifling through the desk again, but this time there's a desperation in his hands. He would have said something to me in that case. He wouldn't just... He mumbles under his breath, and I'm not sure if it was meant for my ears. I stand a bit away from him, awkwardly watching as he frantically tears his desk apart. After a couple more minutes, he finally stops, the desk completely ransacked. The drawers are all open, papers strewn everywhere, almost as if a storm had blown across it. He stares down at Misha's desk, an inscrutable look on his face. And then he slowly and gently begins to restore everything to their original positions. He looks lonely. Should I comfort him? But I don't even know what to say. It feels strong enough that she's never needed me to cheer her up, and it's not like I have any other point of reference. Maybe I can pat him on his arm? I step forward before I can talk myself out of it and give him a slightly awkward pat on the shoulder. I'm a bit afraid he'll flinch or move away, but he surprisingly leans into my touch. We stay like that for a couple minutes. The room's silent except for the heavy breaths that I hear from him. Hey, girlie. He moves away and I let my hand drop back down to my side. Yeah? If he knew something was up, then why didn't he say anything to me? He normally tells me anything. Did he not trust me? I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, that was unfair of me to ask. Sorry. He moves back and I notice that he's angled himself away from Misha's desk, almost as if he can't bear to look at it. I can investigate myself if you need a break. I know this must be hard for you. Nah, I'm good. I've seen many people die already. Misha's not the first, and won't be the last either. Just give me a moment. He's been running around ragged all day. I wonder if it just hit him that Misha's dead. Yet, despite everything, he's still trying to put a brave face. What should I do? Should I say something to him? You shouldn't have to live like that. Don't say anything. Maybe, but it's the only way I know how. Too late for me to try anything new at this point. The look on his face is rather self-deprecating, but it's gone before I can comment on it. Anyway, I can't really complain. Comes with the territory. I could die tomorrow and no one would be surprised. Death's just an everyday occurrence in this business. We all know what we signed up for. Maybe it's normal for him, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to understand that way of thinking. How long are you gonna stand there? I'm about to ask him what he's talking about when something in the corner of the room catches my eye. Oh no, he has tiny gloves! He has tiny gloves! Oh no. An unknown man suddenly emerges from the shadows and I almost jump. Where did he come from? I didn't even hear him come in. Has he been here this whole time? Why are you here? Isn't Sasha out?
He ordered me to come back. It seems he had an inkling that you would return.
I don't know why I decided on that, boys. We're gonna roll with it. Heh, if he really thought that, he would have been holding a gun to my head the second I entered. He just wanted to drink without you nagging over his shoulder. The man ignores Alexi and turns toward me, looking me up and down with a critical eye.
It's nice to meet you, young lady. My name is Nikolai, and I'm the boss's bodyguard and advisor.
Why aren't you with him now? Why aren't you with him? Are you just a terrible bodyguard? Oh, this must be the Nico Alexi was talking about earlier. I'm sure Alexi can be dangerous if he wants to be, but his easygoing demeanor often makes me forget that he's a gangster. This guy, though, I don't think I could forget him if I tried. The way he's staring is so unnerving. Nice to meet you, too. I purposely leave out my name, and he raises an eyebrow, indicating he's noticed.
May I ask why you two are here?
Isn't it obvious? You really don't think I murdered Misha, do you? Nikolai, jeez, there's no T. Nikolai doesn't respond, his face betrays nothing. It's hard to tell what he's thinking. I'm all for taking responsibility for my own actions, but I'm not generous enough to become the scapegoat for someone else's. So I'm here to investigate and prove my innocence. You have a problem with that? Gonna turn me in?
No, I have no reason to interfere with your investigation. However, please do not be mistaken, I am not on your side. I only serve Sasha. And you'll turn me in if I pose.
Oh. Serve Sasha and you'll turn me in if I pose a problem, damn you. Yeah, I know. Alexi goes back to rifling through the papers on Misha's desk, a scowl on his face, but I can't concentrate. The atmosphere that was here has all but disappeared. There's something really disconcerting about how quiet Nikolai is. I wish he'd stop staring at me. Well, if he's just going to stand there, maybe I can ask some questions. I don't think Alexi will find any other clues on Misha's desk. Excuse me. I feel a bit silly trying to hold a conversation across the length of an entire room, but I prefer not to get too close to him. It's okay, don't be too scared. Alexi said he'd protect you if it came to it, remember?
Pardon me, young lady, I don't believe I caught what your relation to Alexi is.
We're acquaintances. Or more accurately, strangers turned jailbreak companions turned investigation partners. I guess, but speed ran over that the last few hours. Yeah, just acquaintances here. I thought we were friends already. Oh, sure then, we can be friends. Downtown suicide, jeez.
Friends, I see.
He seems a little shocked at my answer, as if the fact that Alexi has friends outside the gang comes as a surprise to him. I guess he really doesn't know about the guys at the hideout. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Very well, but I will not answer anything I deem detrimental to the boss.
Well, this guy's very loyal, if not anything else. I understand, thank you. Do you know why they arrested Alexi?
I heard that the police found his fingerprint on a decisive piece of evidence Misha had in his possession.
Any idea what it was? I'd be surprised if Misha have anything that didn't have my fingerprints on it. We've known each other for a while. I just kind of take whatever I want from his pockets at this point.
It was a letter.
A letter? Well, that doesn't help anything at all. I get his mail at least twice a week. Do you know the oh, that's previous. Okay. Okay, I get it.
No, I wasn't given any further information.
Really? That's all they know? I thought it'd be more than just this, given how quickly they seem to turn on Alexi.
Sasha doesn't care about evidence. He was most likely—
Damn it! Sasha doesn't care about evidence. He was most likely trying to cut me off. What do you mean? You probably just assumed that Misha had been planning to betray the gang since his ring was gone, right? And since I'm the closest to Smisha, Sasha probably thought that either I actually did kill him, or I was working together with him. Either way, he's just let the police take care of me.
That is correct.
This Sasha Dorla guy sounds like a fun guy to be around. About the ring. Wait, sorry, is the ring you're talking about? Yeah, this thing. You never take it off voluntarily. Everyone knows that if you remove it, you no longer want to be part of the gang. Ah, so I was right. Must be the missing ring I noticed earlier. If the killer really did take the ring from Misha's body, then that means they probably knew of its significance, right? I'd normally suspect a random robbery, but if that was the only thing that was taken, then it seems more than likely it was deliberately removed. Does everyone know about it? We don't go around advertising it, but it's not secret or anything. Everyone sees us wearing the ring anyway, so I'm sure people can put together what it means. Your ring has been added to the evidence. Where were you two at the time of his incident?
Why are you asking so many questions? Are you with the police?
Oh, no. The air suddenly feels chillier. I think I pushed too far. He reaches down, maybe to pull out a weapon. I instinctively take a step back. Alexi swiftly steps forward and places itself between me and Nikolai. Stop trying to intimidate her, Nico. I won't allow it.
My apologies.
His hand drops back to his side, posture relaxing, and I can breathe again. Oh, he was good. Oh, jeez Louise, man. You can apologize by answering her questions.
Very well.
Alexi steps away and nods at me to continue. I quickly mouth a thanks at him.
The boss called me to Celestial at around 3 a.m. He spent most of the night in a private room with his favorite hostess, while I drank some of the girls outside.
Alright, her friend has to be somewhere in this. I wouldn't be surprised if she is the favorite girl.
All of them were given their testimonies already.
Okay, I gotta drop the voice. I can feel it. And if I'm gonna keep voice acting this whole thing, I need to drop. All of them! No. There was also no footage of us leaving the club. The police have determined that we were not involved. So both of them have an alibi for the murder. I originally thought it could be them given Celestial's proximity to the crime scene, but if they were both with witnesses all night, then it wouldn't have been possible. Maybe it really was an issue with another gang. Perhaps Misha wanted to switch, then got killed while trying to do so. I can't really rule out the possibility since I'm not that knowledgeable about gangs in general. Maybe Alexi would know more. The sound of footsteps thumping up the stairs interrupts the train of thought. Looks like we have more company. Any chances they're your friends? Would a lie make you feel better? Alright, so the situation's not looking good. Okay. We're gonna jump out the third story window. That's my bet. I do not have orders to impede your escape, so you are free to leave. However, I will not be aiding you. I will not fight against the boss's allies without good reason. Isn't Alexi included in that as well? I mean, they're literally blood related. Alexi doesn't look too surprised, though. I guess this is another strange thing that's commonplace in this world. Get behind me. Are you sure you'll be okay? Sounds like there's a lot of them. You gonna help? Throw some punches? I can probably knock one out if I use a chair. Maybe. Hopefully. As much as I'd like to see that, it's okay. You did all the work so far. This is my specialty now. Let me show off a bit, yeah? Alexi, how dare you come back, you traitor! You think we welcome you with open arms after you killed Misha? Get him, boys! Don't let him escape! A bunch of them crowd around the doorway. Some of them are even holding weapons. Not weapons! Is Alexi really gonna be okay? There's so many of them. I turn to look at him, a little panicked, but he's just grinning and cracking his knuckles. Lots of confidence for a group who's never beat me before. Not even close. You're outnumbered! Even if it's you, you can't win against all of us. Yeah, try me. Step back, girlie, I might get a little bloody here. I nod and quickly move back. I'm self-aware enough to know I'd just be a hindrance. Good. Alexi stands between me and the rest of the crowd, rolling his shoulders casually. You! And he's on the floor. Alexi doesn't even give him a chance to finish his sentence before his fist flies out, colliding straight with the gangster's stomach. That all you got? And just like that, the floodgates are opened. Several of them jump at him, and Alexi deftly avoids their punches. With unexpectedly graceful footwork, he sidesteps the incoming strikes and launches his own counterattacks. I think I heard something cracking. Oh no, he got hit. One of the gangsters manages to land a punch on Alexi's arm, but he just grins! With practiced ease, he grabs the other gangster by the wrist and throws him across the desk. The papers on it go flying, but Alexi doesn't waste a beat. He's moving to the next target before they can even figure out what's going on. They can't see him, he is John Cena! Whoa, he's good. I mean, I knew he was given his reputation, but it's different to see it with my own eyes. Suddenly, I notice a gangster sneaking up behind Alexi with a bat. He seems to be approaching Alexi in the blind spot. Which I do. Throw something at him. I quickly glance around to grab the closest thing to me. Get away from him! I fling the chair as hard as I can, which admittedly isn't very far. It hits the guy in the side, having lost most of its velocity over the flight, and the gangster just stares at it with more confusion than pain. Ow, what the fuck? Hit him with the chair! The guy suddenly drops to the ground. Alexi's standing behind him with his fists outstretched. He lets out an appreciative whistle as he glances at the poor chair on the floor. This is just super special chair attack? Not bad for a distraction. I live to please, sir. Sorry, I just kind of moved on instinct. Yeah? We'll make a gangsta out of you yet. I don't even joke about that. Anyway, you alright there? Yeah, what about you? Just fine, I'm not the one you should be worried about anyway. He gestures toward the room, and it's only then I notice a bunch of people lying on the ground. Unmoving. You did this all by yourself? Piece of cake, didn't even break a sweat, honestly. There's a trail of blood going down his arm and a bruise on his cheek, but compared to all the other gangsters, he's relatively unharmed. The rumors don't do you justice. You really gotta stop believing those. Anyway, ready to go? There's probably gonna be more people waiting for me downstairs, so I'll have to take care of them first. Thought of being near another fight frightens me, but it seems to be the only way out. Okay, let's just get this over with if you're sure you can handle it. I'm a little surprised by my lack of hesitation. I can't tell if it's because of the adrenaline or if I just feel safer now that I've seen Alexi's skills in action. Choosing to come with me yet? Just a bit. Today's been action-packed. Today's been the most action-packed day of my life. Oh, word salad got confused. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. Yeah, is that good or bad thing? That depends on if you can get us out of here safely. Well, I shouldn't disappoint you then, should I? Nikolai, you scare me. By the time we get to the hideout, everyone else is already back. Welcome back. Sammy's there to greet us when we return, though the face he makes when he sees the state we're in. There you are, I've been waiting for the two of you. Wait, what happened? Uni, are you okay? Hello? I'm the one injured here. Does anyone care about me? You live. Ow, 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 ow. Now if you keep poking my bruises, I won't. Ah, what the fuck? Your precious ice pack. Did you really just need to slap me with it? I ran into trouble? A little bit, yeah. Some of the other gangsters found us while we were still there. Alexi took care of them, though, so everything's okay. I looked pretty cool, didn't I? He seems to have gotten his arm wrapped up, and there's a strangely cute band-aid taped on one of his fingers. You didn't kill them, did you? Why is that your first thought? I make a habit of offing my co-workers. They're more useful to me as errand boys than dead. Very altruistic of you. Yep, that's me, last year's community service winner. No, I'm just glad you two are safe. How about you, Jam? Everything alright on your end? Yep, honestly, looks like you guys had the most excitement out of all of us. I glance around at the others, and they do look like they've managed to go through their own investigations without a hitch. If you're feeling up for it, we could share what we learned, or do you need to rest first? Let's do it now. The threat of Theory's magical ice pack has cured me. My heart's still thumping from the adrenaline. That was a little too close for comfort. Alexi hadn't seemed concerned at all, though. He disposed of everyone waiting downstairs quickly and efficiently. He looked kind of cool back there. Not that I'll ever tell him that, of course. Very well. I will be sharing what I found. A letter was found on the victim's body that contained Alexi's fingerprints. I pull out my notebook and began jotting everything down. That settles it. He's the killer. I'm the designated mail boy. It'd be weird if my fingerprints weren't found. I don't know how gangs work, but isn't that supposed to be some lackey's job? Alexi likes doing that kind of thing. He's the kind who cleans the place, too. Wait, really? A gangster likes to clean? Don't tell me. Is it because of some unresolved childhood trauma where he had to wipe the blood of his family? I don't know what kind of backstory you're crafting for me in your head, but it's not that exciting. I I had to work a lot of housekeeping jobs when I was younger in order to make money. Kinda started enjoying it after a while. They were fine hiring you? Why not? I'm just a normal teenager who's desperate enough to take any low-paying job. They probably love that they could unpay me. That's the most relatable thing he said all day. May I continue? Yeah, sorry. Don't mind him. He's just jealous he doesn't know how to use a mop. Isn't it pretty self-explanatory? As I was saying, there was an envelope found on the victim's body with Alexi's fingerprints on it. There was a card inside that contained smiling mask and a rose logo. Wait, what? Isn't that a Blackthorn case? Supposedly. Why'd they arrest me then? It sounded like the police wanted to frame this as a copycat. Not only that, there was an anonymous tip that they claimed they saw... I confused them. Not only that, with an anonymous tip that claimed they saw you near the crime scene. Sounds like I got a big fan. Sorry, can I ask what a Blackthorn case is? Theory, can we tell her? It might be hard to continue the discussion if she doesn't know. He's really thinking about it. Whatever or whoever this Blackthorn is must be a pretty big deal. Serial killer! This is to remain top secret. Of course. Blackthorn is a serial killer. They're a vigilante type that targets corrupt individuals. I'm sorry, what? The words that come out of his mouth are so out of nowhere that I almost think I've misheard him. The government keeps their existence a secret to prevent public support, but to be honest, there's not much we know about them. They rarely leave behind any clues. All you need to know is that this is their signature. They leave a copy behind at every scene. Send a copy to your phone. Oh my god, it's that... What? Okay. The visions you saw before, when she was knocked over the back of the head, that she woke up from, and we thought it was real, but it really wasn't. This was on the computer. And if the computer was from her actual office, her boss is gonna get targeted and dead. Oh my god. Maybe. And yes, the music is funky. I love the music in this. Have I seen this somewhere before? It looks vaguely familiar. Another headache. What was that? Do you have any other questions? Boss should have gave the raise they asked for. Or just, okay, this is the same boss that, the beginning of it, she's like, hey, I wanna pitch in more. I wanna be a part of the corporate. So he's like, no, give me tea. Take care of the papers. And, in the demo, or the earlier they skipped through, they called him into the office, the police, to help with the cover-up. So he's corrupt as hell. He's corrupt as hell. He's also a bit of an asshole. I sneak another glance at the card, but nothing else happens. What was that all about? It's just when I tried to think about the vision thing this morning. Does that mean it's related? Detective? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can move on. Promotion equals raise. No promotion. Knows life. Honey, I'll go touch grass, but you gotta give me a raise. You gotta give me a raise. Would you like to continue breathing? Raise time. Okay, maybe no life. You like being married, right? I have blackmail on you. Give me a raise. And maybe the missus doesn't need to know, who Sherry is. What is this grass you speak of? It's like AstroTurf. You know, like, from the, 80s and 90s. Yeah, it's this magical thing. Stays green all year round. And you can just use a hose to clean it off. Yeah. Space. Get off my lawn in space. Space lawn. Oh, I had a neighbor who, because the HOA would dock you because your grass wasn't green in the middle of a drought in summer. So he spray painted his entire lawn green. They couldn't say anything about it, and neither got charged, but it was fantastic. It was hilarious. We're like, well, that's an option. AstroTurf is a little pricey, so just get a spray can. Anyway, sorry, we can move on. I feel like I just got a bunch of information dumped on me with no explanation. Hard to process this quickly. I should ask later, though. I don't want to waste any more of their time. Blackthorn card has been added to the evidence. Anyway, can we really not clear Alexi's name with the card? They have no proof it was a copycat. I was in an HOA before. Every time they irked my soul, I'd poop in their mailbox. Second time I was booted. I have questions, specifically in the phrasing. It's not even on, but in. You must be athletic gymnast. In. You know what? Respect. Oh, we also had the HOA run around and take pictures of the backyards. They would sneak and special delivery. They would sneak and take pictures. Unfortunately, this was when I was a little kid. So all my mom saw was my brother and I playing in the backyard, and this camera pop up over the fence. She lost it. She ripped out the door, chased this poor woman, this like stick of a woman down, because she's like, why are you taking pictures of my kids? Why? No, I wasn't taking pictures of your kids. I was taking pictures of your backyard. She chased her down. Terrified her. The HOA never did it again. Because it's like, yo, dummies, you're taking pictures of children in their backyard. That's not a good look. Especially considering we had a white van attempt to kidnap a kid in the neighborhood. So this doesn't look good. We also had a car police chase rip through, like, there's like the section, like it's like an open grass section between some houses. A police chase ripped through there to get to the street on the other side. We're like, oh, the elk are being feisty today. Lawsuit followed by the butt whooping. A lawsuit was never formed, but no, she was. No. If it turned out to actually be someone trying to take pictures of us, they would have gotten their face punched in. It's because she didn't, because then she found out she was pregnant with me. But my mom trained to be a cop. She knows things. Oh, and don't touch elk. Let the moose go by. It's migration. Don't try and go out there and take a picture and go, oh look, it's a deer. No, don't touch the elk. So butt whooping, then lawsuit, followed by a butt whooping. Yes, yes, all the whooping. Welcome. 24/7 butt whooping. Maybe a little bit of lawsuit, but mostly butt whooping. Anyway, oh, so since this is technically a visual novel dating thing, if you want me to pursue, like, get to know one of the boys more, please just let me know. I will ask you which thing to go down. I'll try and get more audience intervention, in case it gives me an option again. I just wanted to see what the gangster was doing. Okay. I'll take a swig of apple juice one moment. I believe the discussion would still be worthwhile. I have a suspicion that the police merely needed someone to arrest, and Alexi was the easiest target. If we offer them new possibilities, they may be inclined to drop the charges. Remember, we are not the official investigators on the case. We do not need definite proof. Our objective is merely to get them to continue investigating for an angle. I see, so the goal this time isn't necessarily to figure out the killer's identity, but rather come up with a possible solution that Alexi couldn't be responsible for. He is the titty twister, but he has no titties. That is correct. It would be also help me build a more ironclad case. If I bring up Blackthorn without any other evidence, they will spend the entire time trying to poke holes in my argument. I noticed this earlier as well, but Prince Theory really doesn't seem to have much control over the police higher-ups. Besides, I'd love to find out just who it was that sent the anonymous tip in. Maybe even send a little thank you note for the troubles. Like pooping in a mailbox. Perfect. It appears that that and the fingerprints were the basis for Alexi's arrest. If we can learn more about these, then it could be to our advantage. You guys are right, sorry. It's cool, Jim. I just know you're looking out for me. As for me, Sasha seems to believe Misha was trying to betray the gang. His ring was gone and all that. It couldn't have been a robbery? Misha has a lot more valuable stuff. I think it's more likely the ring was taken on purpose. Porpoise. Makes sense. That's it from me. Can I go next then? Sure, go ahead. I got a picture of the crime scene. The body was gone by the time I got there, but another officer gave me the photo. He was found in the dumpster. Yeah, he was apparently just sitting right on top of the garbage bags? Wow, that is suspicious as hell. The person who discovered the body saw him right after he lifted the dumpster lid. Well, that doesn't smell suspicious. Maybe they jumped and dumped him. I got the luminol testing results earlier. It seems they didn't find large amounts of blood anywhere in the alleyway? They moved the body? It's killed somewhere else and brought there specifically. No traces of blood. Oh, and the doors at the back of the alleyway don't open, so it's basically a dead end there. Oh, God. And I also went digging through the trash, but I didn't find anything. Not even the little picture box? Okay. Can I see that? The picture? Here you go. Sammy takes a photo and starts wiping at it with his sleeve. What are you doing? I thought it was a stain, but it's not. He points at the front of the dumpster where there seems to be a strange white mark. Oh. It's faint, but it appears to be some sort of marking. Paint, perhaps. It appears to be faded, however. It was raining earlier today, so maybe it washed off then. Oh right, I think it did rain a bit before I met up with Theo this morning. Oh, one more thing. I noticed the hotel's balconies were lined up right above the dumpster. Maybe they used that to escape somehow. So we're looking for, bouldering expert. We're looking for some hardcore parkour. What was it, free climbing? I can't remember. Maybe it is free climbing. I still need to watch the rest of that documentary. Whatever, apparently, Russian and Eastern European teenagers like doing. Oh my god. Just climbing up buildings. No, thank you. Wow, you did a lot. Good job. Thanks. Well, while you're out frolicking, I was busy working slowly as possible. So he says, but I can see the computer screens behind him with footage of the alleyway at all various moments in time. He's clearly been working hard. Working hard or hardly working? Haha, both. Here, the security logs from the camera at the front of the alleyway. Excuse me. Did the cameras not show what was going on inside? No. Of course, it couldn't be that easy. Person A, 8, carrying nothing. Garbage collector, Alexi. Wheeling luggage, discover. What the fuck was person D doing? Huh, okay. Oh, and here's a diagram of the overall layout. Why are the dumpsters drawn so big? Oh, that's right. Suddenly remembered something while looking at this. There was a posted schedule near the dumpster that said they collected garbage every Tuesday at 9 a.m. In that case, it must be person B in the log. Here. Shows us the video footage. A garbage collector can be seen walking into the alleyway, emptying out one of the dumpster before leaving. Is that all for the findings? Shall we start discussing properly now? Okay, I think I've jotted everything down in my notebook. I should check the evidence to see if there's anything I want to reference. Wait, one more thing. Was the luggage person D head big enough for a body? Alexi? Huh. He looks a bit out of it, and it's only then I realize he hasn't spoken in a while. Are you alright? Yeah, just peachy. You lie to cops with that poker face? Yeah, actually, it says a lot about them, doesn't it? You're clearly not. Well, you're clearly feeling well enough to be making quips. Should I get you something to drink? Quick breather? Beer. Juice. It sounds good too. Thanks, Jem. Jem zooms off toward the kitchen and we take a small break. Sammy and the Prince Theory, perfectly content to sit in silence, but I'm still a little worried, so I glance over at Alexi. His back is to me, and I wonder what kind of expression he's currently making. What can I say, though? He doesn't even want to hear anything from me? I'm just an outsider here. I'm sure he'd rather feel comforted by somewhere he cares about. I reach forward to tug on his sleeve to ask if he's okay. Uni? Yeah, she tries way too hard. It feels like a chore talking to her. She's kind of annoying, you know? Always nosy, butting into people's business. She really needs to learn to stay in her own lane and stop prying. Oh, that's unfortunate. I can see an ad break start up soon. My arm falls back into my lap. I shouldn't overstep. I can't bring myself to say anything, and Jem returns with a glass of juice before I can convince myself otherwise. Alexi finishes the cup quickly, wiping his hands on his pants before sitting up. Okay, break time's over. What are we talking about? Once the ad break goes through, I will stop for a few minutes and get some hydration and whatnot. I can't tell if he's actually feeling better or just pretending, but he seems eager to move on to either case. I hope he's not pushing himself. Luggage. Body. Sammy pulls up the footage again and slants the screen in Alexi's direction. Nah, it doesn't look big enough. Well, not unless the corpse was chopped up. Didn't ask. I'm just being thorough and leave no boulders unturned and all that, yeah? Please stop talking. Mishi wasn't... Who is Mishi? This is not Mishi. Misha wasn't seen entering the alleyway, that right? How did his body magically appear in the garbage then? None of the people who entered during the time frame seem to be carrying the body either. That seems to be a good place to start. Let's begin the discussion there. Yes! Here comes to the puzzle portion. Our first question, how did the body enter the alleyway? Thinking about what we know so far, there's only one area it could be. Can't remember. Oh, the balcony. It's high enough. Likely someone managed to sneak the body in without showing up on the tapes. Ah, I see. Balcony. Balcony! Oh my god! That's why it's on the top! Because it was just dropped! Oh my god. If the front of the alleyway was covered by cameras and the doors in the back are locked, then the only way is from above. That makes sense. What was he doing up? Wow. Wait. A lover's tryst? Killed? By a competitor for this lady love? Pushed off the balcony? What was meant to be a Romeo and Juliet escapade turned into murder? Well, let's be honest. Romeo and Juliet kind of ends with death anyway. Don't let your 13-year-olds play with poison, people. In that case, we should consider how the body was brought in from above. The culprit flew. Elaborate. The culprit brought the body down, then grew wings and went whip, whip, whip back to the balcony. Ah, I see. Maybe they tied a rope to him and lowered the body that way? Or perhaps they simply dropped the corpse. What do you think, detective? A few theories popped up, so let's get some more information out of them. Characters participating in the discussion segment will have colored icons. Click on them to hear more about their theory. I want to hear more about your... Tell me more about the wing theory. If you believe a certain theory is correct, press the submit button down like character statements. No! The story mode is off by default. You can turn it on in the settings and the correct active role is more... Oh, okay, that's nice for people who just want to... I'm here for dating the boys. I'm not here for using my brain at the moment. I worked a long, hard day. I just want to have a man look at me. Which is valid, in all honesty. Hi, what do you mean flu? What? Isn't this your theory? Oh, sorry, I'm not used to people taking me seriously. Please don't joke around. I'm not. It's not impossible. Have you heard of the case where a painter witnessed a body flying over the top of a burning bridge? No. Everyone here is uncultured. Now that he mentions it, that does sound vaguely familiar. Anyway, it doesn't apply to this situation. There are no burning bridges or painters. Or flying bodies. Obviously, people can't fly theory. I think it's this. Third floor balcony is right above the dumpsters. It would have been easy to simply drop the corpse. There were no signs of fall damage though, right? That is true. They would need something to cushion the fall. Well, the trash cans. Not trash cans, the trash bags, excuse me. Would the body dropping not make noise? It's a lively enough area that a singular thump wouldn't cause much commotion. I see. There's still the question of what they used to prevent the fall damage. Initial findings. No one was hit. No. Submit. Okay, maybe that wasn't right. Well, the bags in the... Okay. Just blood. Uh-huh. It's hidden. Fix message. Remove. Balcony. I need lock door. Oh, it's right there. I have a small pouch for stationery supplies, and my itty bitty pair of scissors was hovered right over the text for trash, and I didn't even register it. Because I don't, yeah, okay. Here you go, trash bags. They could have used the garbage bags to cushion the fall. That wouldn't make sense. They would need to help reduce the sound of the impact as well. Oh, you're right, there are still some trash cans in the right dumpster. You can see them in the crime photo now, so... We need to look at the garbage man then. Because he didn't take all of it. He left one. Huh? Is there something wrong with... What did he say? Log. I missed that. Right, there's still some trash cans. You can see that. Yeah. Yeah. That is a little weird. Which part? Garbage schedule. Isn't it weird the trash bags are still there? The garbage collector should have emptied them this morning, right? Yes, it's too convenient to mark this as a coincidence. There's a reason why that dumpster wasn't emptied this morning. Maybe connect to the garbage collectors? They have already been spoken to. They claim not to remember. Sus. I don't know how I feel about that word being used. Perhaps, though, given the amount of work they had to do, I'm inclined to believe them. Maybe you should hire more people. Thank you, Sammy. Does that go above or below your suggestion to make doxing people, but only the annoying ones, legal? Below, obviously. Well, if we won't be getting anything from the garbage collectors, why don't we operate on the assumption that the culprit arranged for it on purpose? They must have done something to the right dumpster to prevent it from being emptied. Yep, the question is what? Do you have an idea? Maybe it was disguised as something else. What do you mean? Take cosplaying, for example. Sometimes I don't get all the details correct when making costumes, but people generally recognize the character as long as I have the most distinguished features. So maybe the culprit was able to disguise the garbage collectors from opening the right one, or dissuade, excuse me, from opening the right one because it seemed like something else instead. Oh, so as long as they didn't think it was a dumpster, they wouldn't touch it. Exactly. They'd also have to be something that's not considered out of place either. I'd like to think they would have remembered seeing something as a grand piano, for example. Why a grand piano? It's a bit hard to figure it out since there weren't any clues left behind. Wait a sec, I don't think that's entirely true. Crime scene photo? Strange mark. There was a weird mark. Oh yeah, the white thing? I'm still not entirely sure what it's supposed to represent. Graffiti, perhaps? Don't know why they chose to spray a little white thing on a dumpster when they had a whole canvas around them. So we're trying to figure out what could have caused his disguise, yeah? Yes. Do you have any suggestions? Giant water cooler. Maybe a recycling bin? It has a similar shape, right? Could have been a portable bathroom. The suggestions in the old place this time. No, we're going back to Sammy. Explain! You agree with me? portable bathrooms are normally vertical, are they not? Yet the dumpsters in the alleyway appear to be horizontal. They would have had to figure out how to change its orientation quickly, and it would have to be heavy. There's also the fact they don't, you know, look completely different. Do they? I'll admit I never was used one before. You're not really missing out, to be honest. Yeah, field trip to one next time. I'll pass. Likewise. New similar shape. That's true, though they're usually blue. I think there can be many different colors, including green. Blue is just more common. Hurry up and make it illegal to use non-blue ones. I will be sure to prioritize the legislation of recycling bin colors over all of the other issues we're currently facing. Yes. Sounds like someone might have just died because of it. How does that make you feel, Your Royal Highness? That someone died because of a serial killer, actually, which happens to be one of the aforementioned issues I mentioned. I think a recycling bin is most likely a possibility. So the mark is supposed to be a faded recycling sign, right? Seems easy enough to disguise. So the garbage collectors came out at 9 this morning as usual. Perhaps they were new, or perhaps they simply didn't remember where there were supposed to be 2 dumpsters. Even if they did remember, they probably could just chalk it up to bad memory. It's not like surprising to find a recycling bin next to a dumpster. They really went through that much trouble just so the body wouldn't have any fall damage. Well, it does seem like a lot of work just to do that. I wonder if there's any other reason they had to make the garbage collectors leave the dumpster alone. You know, so they could hide something behind the dumpster. And I confused the voices. One moment. Probably dumb, but they also could have hidden something inside the dumpster too, right? It's a bit too obvious, right? Sometimes the most obvious answers are the correct ones. Well, I think it'd be easier to figure out what exactly they were trying to hide. Am I finally right? Well, it's worth considering. What do you have in mind? It has to be skinny enough to fit back there, right? You can always move it. Which eliminates me from the possible suspects, by the way. My arms aren't moving anything. No one thinks you did it, Sammy. There are wheels on it, though. I think anyone could move dumpsters. Maybe I did then. I think they did all of this so they could hide something in the dumpster. Yeah? Like what? The body. By throwing off the time of the discovery, they could give themselves an alibi if needed. So you're saying the garbage collectors emptied out the left one without realizing there was a body right next to them? It's possible. The lid covering it helped to hide it from view, and bodies don't start smelling that fast. Even if it did rot a little, the trash would probably have masked the scent. In that case, there's really only one person who could have set this up. Person A. Probably has to be person A. They're the only ones who set up the recycling bin trick before the trash collectors came. Sammy, is there any way you can ascertain their identity? No, the video quality is trash. That's alright. I suppose what we have now is enough for me to bring up to reopen the investigation. I imagine they still would want to thoroughly investigate the hotel cameras and see whose room that balcony belongs to. I will also have them conduct a test of the white mark on the dumpster. Does that mean Alexi's innocent? Ideally, yes. I'm sure I will hear some complaints that he could have been person A, however. I was with the gang most of the morning before I stepped out to get coffee. Given that A had already done their thing before, then I should get cleared, yeah? Please tell me your alibi isn't the Diola gang. You're offering to validate my alibi next time? Oh, fine. I'll do my best to convince the chief that your lot are trustworthy enough. I don't think you're that much of a miracle maker. Phew, that's that. A lot of circumstantial evidence, but I think it sounds plausible enough. Besides, we're not the main investigators on the case anyway. If this helps Prince Theory get a more detailed investigation done, then that's enough for me. How are you going to present the information, though? I thought you couldn't act like you're helping Alexi out. That's where I come in. I'll bring it up with the deputy chief. She'll know what to do. You can do that? She likes Jem for some reason. She just listens to his suggestions. She's one of the few on the force that I have no issues with. You're just biased. I think I'm allowed a little bias, given she's thrown me behind bars at least 10 times already. 11, actually, counting this morning. Sounds like a you problem. Anyway, seems like there are still a few unsolved mysteries. Like what? Like who called the cops and said I did it, and also who sent me that text. Surely there are more important things to worry about. Nah, I'm not gonna pay him back if I don't know who they are. An eye for an eye, as they say. I will pretend I did not hear that. That reminds me, the Blackthorn card also mentioned a warehouse. I believe that may be worth looking into as well. Got it. I'll get a couple of guys to search around the area. I wonder why Misha's ring was taken, or why he was even targeted in the first place. We went through everything so fast, I didn't really have a chance to stop and think about it, but is there really a government secret serial killer roaming the streets that the majority of the population doesn't know about? It's almost too hard to believe. Misha's done plenty of things to get himself targeted. The only suspicious part of this is, I would have thought they'd go after me or Sasha first. Maybe they just thought it was harder to kill you two? Yeah, probably, but Misha's no slouch either. And if they managed to take him out, and I hate to say it, I probably underestimated them. The air is heavy, filled with silence following Alexi's statement. It's one thing to hear about a random serial killer, but it's another to see the people around you actually affected by them. It feels so much more real. We'll be okay. Surprisingly, it's Prince Theory who breaks the silence. We have a hacker, a master disguiser, a detective, and me, of course. He included me. You're really gonna leave me off, even though I'm the main character this whole time? My apologies. We also have a troublemaker convict over there. That's better than what you called me last time. What was it again? Blah blah. What was it again? Egomaniac gangster. I don't even know what to do what that means. Take a guess. That's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah? Park Met Cattle Terry. No, that one's definitely wrong. Air shifts just as quickly as before and the ominous atmosphere disappears. Prince Theory sits on his couch as the boys bicker back and forth, arms crossed and a scowl on his face, but there's no bark behind his words. He managed to shift the mood with a couple of words, as expected of the Crown Prince. While I would love to stay and chat, I believe it's time for me to get going. Jem, accompany me? Of course, 1 second. Jem jumps off the couch and runs off to retrieve his disguise. Prince Theory stands up and makes to go after him, but Alexi slides in his way. Hey, I'm counting on you. There's a serious look on his face, and he speaks in a tone quieter than I've ever heard him use. They stare at each other for a few seconds, wordless communication between them, built on years of trust, and I'm suddenly reminded of what they said back in the cells. Long story short, a lot of people would have been happier if we didn't get along. It'd be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's easy if we just didn't associate with each other in public. I've always thought that friendships need to be showed off, that they only became real if other people saw and validated it. But I can see now that's not always true. I've only known these guys for a short while, but even I can tell that they're really close. I'll take care of it. Who do you think I am? You can thank me later by buying me drinks. Not sure why the little prince of the country is smooching off me, but okay. He huffs an annoyance, moving away with his hands in his pockets. Just like that, the moment's over. I'm ready to go, Terry. Terry. Wonderful. Alexi, they may summon you later once they're done with their investigation, so be ready to go. Aye, aye. Ugh. Chiara's gonna bite my ear off, isn't she? Considering how much paperwork you've made for her, I believe she has earned that right. She should be angry at you instead. I was perfectly content just chilling in my jail cell. He was trying to help. You know they would have tried to pin more things on you if we stayed there. Stop being logical, Jim. That's what I'm here for. Alexi rolls his eyes, but he gets the last laugh as he puts Jem in a headlock and ruffling his hair. I laugh as I watch Jem try to free himself, soaking it all in. That was fun. It wasn't even just the detective part. Hanging out with all of them was really enjoyable. I have a hard time clicking with anyone who isn't Theo, but this felt natural. Feeling a little bittersweet, I stand up. Bathroom? Oh, no, I should probably go. Do you have something to do? He seemed to have managed to free himself from Alexi's clutches, though his hair is still a little messy from under his cap. Not really, I just let her go if she needs to. It'll just be boring administration stuff for the next few hours anyway. You'll be at the celebration later, though, yeah? We're gonna chill and have some drinks. I'm invited? Yeah? You helped out too, didn't you? Do you think we just asked for your help and then dump you after it was over? Isn't that normally how this works? They seem to have other expectations, though, judging by the looks they're giving me. Well, I can't deny that I really do want to spend more time with them. Besides, I still haven't figured out what the deal is with that vision yet, so the most logical course of action would be to stick with them for a little bit longer. Right? Yeah, that sounds good. Even if they'll get tired of me eventually, as long as I manage to solve this mystery, then they'll be satisfied. Well, I'd like to stay if you'll have me. Yeah, good. Wouldn't feel right about you leaving before I could pay you back. Jem, do you mind getting the car first? Huh? Okay, sure. See you later, Uni. Promise. Oh, okay, I promise. He runs off with a goofy grin on his face, and I can't help but smile. Detective. He stayed behind to talk to me? Hi, Prince Theory. Thank you for your help. I'll admit that I hadn't anticipated it going quite so smoothly. Oh, it was all thanks to all of you. I really didn't do much. Please, don't undersell yourself. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you, and I apologize for not treating you very kindly up until now. No, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. I'm just glad I could be of help. Yes, and I'm very grateful for your assistance. Hey, good for you. You look like you passed this test.
Alexi.
Oh, no, it's okay. I kind of assumed it was a test anyway. Theory, the car's out front. Jem's voice echoes from the entrance, but Prince Theory surprisingly seems reluctant to leave. You should go, Prince Theory. I should. Then I'll see you tonight, the celebration, Detective. I would be delighted if you could join us. Okay. I wonder what their parties are like. I've only been to a handful in college, usually when some classmate forced me to go, but I don't think it'll be anything like those. Excellent. Please feel free to rack up the bill as much as you'd like. Alexi's paying. What? If it weren't for us, you'd be in jail. You're welcome, by the way. Seriously? The sight of a notoriously evil gangster floundering around makes me laugh, and I can't help joining in on the ribbing. Well, if Alexi's paying, now I really have to go. See? Even she's looking forward to this now. You wouldn't want to disappoint her, would you? Fine, I'll pay this time. You win, laugh it up while you can. Don't think I didn't notice you weaponizing her against me already. Weaponize? What a cruel thing to say about our new acquaintance. Ugh. Just shut up and go already. Let me wallow in my misery and mourn my wallet. He collapses onto the couch and waves Prince Theory away. Very well, I wouldn't want to keep Jem waiting. He gives me one more nod before turning on his heels and leaving. And there he goes. I glance over at the other two. Alexi is scrolling through his phone, seemingly over it already, while Sammy is lazily going through his computer. Do you think they'll be able to track down Blackthorn? Nah. The police are basically useless. Blackthorn's been running circles around them for years already. They've been around for that long? Mm-hmm. First showed up 5 years ago? First few murders caused a big stir, but then the government cracked down hard on it. There's been a gag order on all those cases since then. Ah, that explains why I had no idea. I was out of the country for college back then. Why'd you go that far anyway? Plenty of good universities here. Not for detectives, no. True, doesn't seem like they gave a shit about detectives here. Ouch. But he's not wrong. Anyway, don't worry too much about Blackthorn. The police might be useless, but now that a member of the gang has been killed, Sasha will start hunting them down. Only a matter of time before we sniff them out. Never thought I'd have a gangster reassure me that he'd catch a serial killer. I've come a long way since you thought I kidnapped people and stole things from starving children, yeah? I didn't say that second one! Anyway, should I go buy the drinks? What, you want to get started on festivities already? No, I mean for later. Unless you guys had the stuff already. I glance over the kitchen, but I don't see any beverages or party foods. I do not consent to having my living room used for such purposes. Oh, is this going to be somewhere else then? I'd assume they would only gather here for secrecy, but it makes sense that they'd want to get out of here. We've been stuck in this room for a while, after all. Yeah, of course. How do you feel about Celestial? Oh, jeez. Oh, yes. I approve of this music. Whoa, I've never seen Celestial this empty before. The club's closed for the night. Oh. I was not expecting this. I was not familiar with your game. Fantastic. The club's closed for the night, the courtesy of Prince Theory renting out the entire place out. Apparently, he knows the manager of the club very well and trusts him to maintain secrecy. The manager had us set a couple of bottles of beer in front of us, told us where to find more if we could need any, and left for the night. A man who knows what his job is and does it well. Can I go home now? Sammy, we just got here. I'm allergic to the outdoors. Thought you said it was sunlight last time. He told me it was milk. At least keep your story straight if you're going to lie. I don't want to hear that from you. I don't lie, I selectively tell the truth. That's even worse. They look much more relaxed than they had earlier. Having the charges against Alexi drop must have taken a load off their minds. Did I slip into some 1920s accents? Yes, I did. The music got to me. I'm kind of surprised how quickly it wrapped up. I guess the police can do it if they put their minds to it. Anyway, safer back at the hideout. But we've been cooped up all afternoon, so I'm not complaining about the change in location. The sound of a door closing stops me in my tracks, and the five of us swivel to look at it in various degrees of horror. You guys are really bad at this whole secrecy thing. It's strange. Did he forget to lock the... uni? I blink as a familiar figure shows up near the door. Theo. Girl, are you serious? I've been trying to reach you for the past few hours, and this is where you were? I glance at my phone, and sure enough, I have some missed calls from Theo. She must have called me during our discussion. Oh, sorry, I hadn't had the chance to check my phone. It's been a long day. What about you? Are you here? The club's closed for the night. I left something here by accident. Theo suddenly seems to notice that we aren't alone because she looks at everyone around us before giving me a huge grin. Long day, huh? Now this I gotta hear. I glance over at Prince Theory, who smiles politely but looks a little tense. Back at Theo, who leans against one of the chairs with a smirk on her face. This is my best friend Theo. I know this is asking a lot, but she's trustworthy, so... What? You guys worried I'll tell people you're here or something? Don't worry about that. I see all kinds of people here, and it's not even worth bragging about anymore. I mean, I even saw your brother the other day. Oh, that's a... Etienne was here? That's my best guess at it. Oh right, Prince Theory has a younger brother. He rarely shows up in public though, so I don't know what he looks like. Oh honey, your younger brother likes to go to clubs. That's not gonna spell tragedy later. He sure was. He's a regular. He is. Anyway, I don't really care why you're here. I'm just get paid to talk, not to pry. Fine, you can stay. Wait, really? Since she is your friend, I will trust your judgment. Is that not what you wanted? No, it is, but I feel a little cheated since I had to work so hard for your trust. It's because Jem gave him an earful about it earlier about being nice to you. Alexi! Must you insist on trampling my dignity? I'm literally just saying you're a nice guy. So? She nudges me in the side, an excited look on her face. Where's the story I was promised? So I tell her a little bit about what had transpired today. I have to leave out a lot of details, so I focus mainly on my own involvement, from stumbling on the body to meeting the other four. I leave out the jailbreak, of course. The story has a lot of holes due to parts I admitted, but Theo doesn't seem to care. She listens excitedly, nodding along and gasping when appropriate, and even cursing Mr. Potato Head. Oh, that's what she calls the boss, Mr. Potato Head. He looks like Mr. Potato Head. Cursing Mr. Potato Head out when I tell her what he had said. You weren't kidding when you said you had a hell of a day. I let you out of my sight for a couple of hours, and you run off and get all involved in the house. Well, hopefully I'll be able to have a nice, quiet few weeks after this. Your eyes light up when you read about dead bodies, girl. I don't think you know what a peaceful life means. Okay, but actual corpses are different. I can say that now as a dead body expert. What makes you an expert, huh? It's still one more than I expected to see on a Tuesday morning. There's a sound of glasses clinking against the table. I look over to see Jem has moved several bottles in front of us. I brought some more drinks for you ladies. Well, 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 isn't Mr. Gemstones himself? You know who I am? Duh, the girls here are crazy about you. They'd also be so sad if they knew you were here when the club was closed. Looks like you're pretty popular, Jem. It's a little embarrassing to talk about my streams in real life, though. Oh, that's Alexi, by the way. Hey there. Hey yourself, I recognized you from your mugshot. Yeah, that's flattering. I glance over at Prince Theory, who's already begun drinking. He gives me a nod before returning to his cup. The bottle in front of him is half empty. That's His Highness over there. I know, and even if I didn't, it's obvious by his choice of beverage. Really? Yeah, it's the most expensive thing we have on the menu. Son of a bitch. Prince Theory acts like he didn't hear him, even though I can see the corners of his mouth quirk up slightly. And finally there's Sammy. Actually, where did he go? I look around for him and finally find him in the corner of the booth, melting into the seat. I reach out and poke his cheek to see if he's awake. He lets out a groan in response. Hi, Sammy. Is he okay? Yeah, it's normal. He deflates when he steps outside of the house. Luckily, I was able to tempt him here with free booze. Really? Not a lot of drinking going on, though. You sure he's not just wasted? Sammy sits up with a speed I've never seen him move at before and picks up one of the bottles of cheap beer on the table. I wouldn't get drunk off this. Oh, yeah. I'll call your bluff. Drink up. First to give? Oh, you're challenging me. Real ballsy, aren't ya? Wait, Sammy, she really knows how to hold her liquor, so maybe that's not a good idea. No take backs. Wouldn't dream of it. Bottoms up. Two of them stare at each other, and then in unison both grab the nearest bottle of them and tip it back. I expected that Sammy would be competitive, but I didn't think he'd be serious about something like drinking. Well, I'm just glad Fio's getting along with them, though that shouldn't be a surprise. She's charismatic enough to be friendly with most people. I watch as Fio and Sammy both reach for the same bottle, glare at one another, then accidentally knock it off the table while trying to wrest it from each other. Never mind, I feel like I am watching a disaster slowly unfold. Hey, girl, what you doing? Drink up, drink up. Wait, Fio, it's overflowing. Fio frowns, apparently taking my statement as a challenge, and then tries again. She completely misses the cup this time. I yelp and quickly scoop away before any of it can splash on me. She's completely sloshed. Nah, just slightly tipsy. How are you? Fine. I'm a professional at destroying my body. I'm used to it by now. That's a little too based, sir. A little too based. Wait, you actually won. Let's call it a draw. He does look like he's faring better than Fio, but his cheeks are reddened and his eyes are slightly unfocused. Still, the fact you went glass for glass with someone who drinks for a living makes me a little worried. He cheated! Obviously. Cope. You talk funny, you know that? I don't want to hear it from someone who's slurring all her words. Sammy suddenly stands up and Fio and I look at him questionably. Where are you going? Bathroom. I am going to puke my guts out. He disappears before either of us can say anything. The wine here is simply exquisite. Wouldn't you agree, Alexi? Then again, I suppose any glass shared with comrades tastes special. You say you're going, you okay there, gamer boy? I'm fine. Ow. Ugh, what comrades. Try walking through the door instead of the wall next time. Guess I'm not getting those motorcycle upgrades after all. Can at least pretend not to be so happy about bleeding me dry. Why would I not be happy about receiving your generous goodwill? I'm gonna stab you in the back one of these days. Please don't. We work really hard to get you declared innocent. So lively here. I've been smiling so much my cheeks hurt. I'm really glad I took the chance today. In another universe, maybe I never went to jail. Maybe I waited for Mr. Potato Head and returned to work instead. That is called a normal end. The me in that universe is probably lying in bed right now, aimlessly scrolling through her phone, not knowing what she's missing out on. That could have easily been me if I decided differently. I still don't know what exactly that vision is or why I saw it in the first place, but I'm kind of thankful for it. I would have never been in this position without it. Life works out in strange ways, doesn't it? Suddenly, wanting to talk some more, I glance around to see where everyone's at. They're mostly sitting by themselves now, cradling their own drinks and enjoying the atmosphere. I should join one of them. I quickly notice that the star of the show is looking rather gloomy in the corner. I make my way over, and Alexi shoots me a sour look, but thankfully doesn't stop me from sitting down. How many? Huh? Which class is that? Lie and give me a number less than 5. Oh, it's my first one. I'm not a big drinker, and unfortunately, I have work tomorrow. At least I hope I still have work. Mr. Potato Head might just fire me tomorrow morning, and I wouldn't even be able to complain this time. You're my favorite person in the world. Oh, by the way, how'd it go? Alexi had left for the police station an hour or two ago. I thought the whole ordeal would take longer, but barely 30 minutes after he left, I received a text message telling me everything had been taken care of. Whole thing was just a formality. By the time I got there, they already knew I wasn't the one who did it. They actually just tried to kick me out because they were too busy investigating new info Jim brought in. Something about monitoring the hotel security cameras to see if they could catch the culprit. I doubt Blackthorn would be so careless, but whatever floats their boat. He shrugs, looking decidedly unconcerned about the serial killer. They work surprisingly quickly. Only because Chiara got them off their asses. You'll learn this nation's police doesn't do shit unless you pressure them. Usually their lackluster work ethic works out my favor though, so I'm not complaining. I've never met this Chiara before, but she sounds terrifying. So yeah, I got there, sent some papers, almost got thrown back in prison again for making fun of their incompetence, you know, the usual fanfare. You like to live on the edge, huh? I'm a gangster, girlie. Make the fun of cops is in the job description. Sits back in his seat and tips the bottle back, making a face when he realizes it's empty. Did you let your gang know that everything was taken care of? Yeah, I dropped by the office before I came here. And everything was okay? Yeah? What'd you expect was gonna happen? I don't know. Continuation of when we left off? Nah, they're dumb. They don't have a death wish. Anyway, I told them I was off the hook. They were awfully sorry for not believing me, and even more sorry when I told them to take care of my paperwork for next week. You guys really have that much paperwork? Yeah, we're a loan company, remember? Uh-huh. Nah, I'm serious. Fighting and gang work isn't profitable nowadays. We've had to branch out these last few years. We're corporate now. Real businessmen you all are. You don't believe me, do you? Not at all. What it'll take to convince you, seeing me in a suit and tie? I have you know I pull off that pretty well. Madam! They both read as flirty to me. This I love to see, I have to see, or I'm sure you could pull off anything well. Madam! Does the chat have any preference? Otherwise I'm gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I shall wait a few moments to see. I could just do a poll. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Question. Hee I'll use this time. I need to unbind stuff to my settings. I'll use this time to get a quick swig of water. One moment. There we go. Ah, I see it's left in my court. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a finger by so. I'm gonna pick the very best one, then you are not it. Okay. I'm sure you can pull off anything well. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, now I'm embarrassed. Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere. You ever wear one? A suit? No, I don't think so. Never really had the chance. You're missing out. Theory and Jim both have a couple. One of these days we should get you in one. You're not offering your own. Sure, if you don't mind some mysterious unsavory substances stuck to it. Jeez Louise, man. Or was that you said you were a proper businessman, was it? The world would be a happier place if all businessmen were allowed to throw hands, honestly. That would be funny. Hey. I glance up from where I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get through this new citrus-flavored drink that randomly appeared in front of me. I expect another smug remark. He's making fun of me for a while about my inability to handle the aftertaste, but the look on his face is surprisingly thoughtful. Thanks for everything. I mean it. What's with this farewell speech? The unexpected seriousness of the conversation throws me off enough to pop an ill-timed joke, but thankfully he doesn't seem to mind. Nah, baby. You ain't getting rid of me that easily. But, I just want to make sure you knew I appreciate it. You did more for a stranger than I've done for people my whole life. Don't worry about it. It was my own benefit too, remember? Though I guess I can't include it in my work experience since it was a private case. Ugh. Regretting helping me already? No, but I will never follow you into your law office again. Sure about that? It's unavoidable if you start working there. Huh? Why would I ever want to work there? He slings his arm around the back of the booth behind me, close enough that I can feel his body heat. Obviously, because there's a spot for you in the gang if this detectiving stops working out. I'll even vouch for you. Uh-huh. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine myself getting recruited to a gang, not even as a joke. You could be our next star debt collector, after me, of course. What? I thought you meant paperwork. That's boring. Leave it to the grunts to do that. Field work's more fun, yeah? With these noodle arms, people will be collecting money from me. Gave up on your chair strategy already? That would require me to have a chair at all times, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Tell you what, I'll teach you some self-defense tricks later, yeah? No chairs required. They're easy enough that someone like me can learn to do them. Why not? Not everything relies on brute strength. Okay, I might take you up on that then. Sweet, I'll tell you into the most fearsome fight the streets have ever seen. People will be cowering at the mere sight of you. It'll be epic. Okay, maybe we don't need to go that far. What was that noise? It's not hard to find where it's coming from. Fio's climbed on stage and started belting out a solo. I quickly make my way over before she can do any more damage with her karaoke. And by karaoke, I mean her singing undecipherable lyrics into the mouth of an empty champagne bottle while swinging around the room. You're gonna have such a nasty hangover tomorrow. It's okay. I don't work tomorrow night anyway. Free drinks, free drinks. If I don't drink them now, when am I ever gonna get the opportunity again? She's pretty clingy when she's drunk, but I find it cute. Theo acts very professional and cool normally, so it's nice to see her let go and have some fun. Hello, nurse. Nah, she's the hostess. She's the hostess and she's normally not this drunk. I swear. Swear to God. I'm funny. It also helps that she relies on me more. Don't your patrons usually buy you drinks? Nah, that's so stingy nowadays. I asked them if they want refills, but they all just talk about the stupid virus and stupid politics and stupid royal family. Wait, Theo, shh. I quickly glance over to make sure she isn't executed on the spot for treason, but Trench Theory just waves it off before going back to prioritize making comments about Alexi's attempted champagne tower. It doesn't look very stable, does it? It's gotten that bad. Yeah, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, everyone's such a downer. I don't want to hear another story about how this dude's emotionally cheating on his wife with me and... Oh, hey, can I have that? She points at one of the unopened bottles, already reaching for it. I nod and switch out the alcohol for a glass of water when she's not looking. Judging by the way she chugged it down, I don't think she noticed. Oh, it almost fell. Once I make enough money, let's just move to a farm together. Far away from all these icky people. Yeah, trust. Sure, but, How am I gonna do detective work if there's no one around? Unless you're gonna make mysteries for me? Wait, there's one more. No. Not smart enough for that. You'll figure it out eventually. What's going on? I wouldn't say that. Oh, cool, Jenga. No! No! He's gonna take the tower down! Girl! Don't even start with me! You're at the top of the class in high school. Forgive me, don't. Suddenly, she stops talking. Expression serious, grabs my shoulders with both hands. Well, are you okay? You're not gonna throw up, are you? Uni. Yes? What if someone steals the carrots? Could you figure out who did it? If we were the only ones living on the farm, yes, then it'd be you. Drat. She collapses on the floor dramatically, and I laugh and sit down next to her. It was such a good idea, too. I'm sure I'd be glad I suffered through 4 years of college and 2 years of Mr. Potato Head to fulfill my dream of becoming the Carrot Detective. You could be Sherlock Holmes, and that wouldn't even be enough to justify Mr. Potato Head's reign of terror. Speaking of him, he's probably gonna let me have it tomorrow. I kind of just ran off today and never returned. Oh, girl. You know what you need? I don't need another drink. I wasn't even gonna say that. Jeez, your opinion of me is trash. Maybe try saying that when you aren't surrounded by empty beer bottles. Well, anyway. One of the girls gave me a book on meditation yesterday. Maybe you can just disassociate during one of his lectures. That actually sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll take you up on that. Here, let me send you the link to it. She tries to type her password, but her fingers are shaking so much that she almost locks herself out. I gently pry the phone out of her grasp. I'll do it for you, okay? Yoni. Oh. I think I might be wasted. I know. Oh, I didn't know you still had this as your background. We were so cute. Oh, I wish I had that shirt again, but you know. That incident in the Poconos kind of ruined it for life, didn't it? Can't get that stain out. Can't even do bleach with it. Eh. When was this again? Second year of high school, right? Girl, I'm drunk out of my mind, and you have a photographic memory. Yeah, I really wasn't asking. Look at how much in uniforms! Oh, so cute! You insisted on wearing yours all the time, remember? Oh, don't remind me. I take one last look at the wallpaper before texting the link to myself and return the phone to her. Yeah? We've come a long way, you know? You used to be so shy. You never talk to anyone. I'm glad you feel more comfortable with yourself now. Feel? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think you had it in you. I only looked away for a few moments and, you're all grown up now. Since when did you get to be so brave? Okay, Theo, that's enough. Hey. Her voice suddenly goes quiet and she leans in. I can still smell alcohol in her breath, but her eyes are surprisingly sharp and serious despite her smiling face. They're not pressuring you into this, are they? Huh? You know, I said I wasn't gonna pry earlier, but I'd be blind if I didn't notice that this was a weird group. You okay? You didn't get caught up in something dangerous, did you? Blackthorn's image flashes through my mind. I wave it away, but not quickly enough. Theo frowns, taking my silence as an answer, and starts to stand up. I lunge forward without thinking, grabbing her wrist to stop her. No, it's okay, I'm fine. Theo looks at me patiently, prompting me to continue. She's right, though. Even though I've been trying to think about it, I can't deny there's a high probability the four of them are involved in more serious things. Do I trust them, despite that? Some things have happened, yeah, and I don't think they'd hurt me. I don't have anything to back that up, but it's just a feeling I'm getting. It's a rather weak proclamation. Theo remains quiet, and I feel my conviction fading away. If you don't think so, then maybe I should... Uni. Yeah? If you think they're trustworthy, then that's enough for me. Oh, I thought you put up more of a fight. Why? Well, I don't know. Usually suspicious of everyone. Well, I know how much of that brain of yours likes to overthink. You'll start second-guessing yourself if I said anything. Well, she's not wrong about that. That feels a little too close to home. Leave the overthinking to me. You just focus on having fun, okay? You deserve to. Well, since you said it, I guess I have to now. I relaxed a little. Phil may not know it, but her approval means more to me than anything else. I guess the saying is true. Love changes you. Huh? Love? Of course, you met those 4 hot studs and completely changed. You're not trying to tell me it's not related, are you? I haven't even known them for a day. Phil completely ignores my protest and barrels on. You never get close to people, yet now you're voluntarily hanging out? Seems suspicious if you ask me. Don't think I didn't notice you leaving out all the juicy bits in your story either. You always say you don't have a knack for being a detective. It just isn't being a detective, it's called being nosy. So, which one are you interested in? Theo! She nudges me with her shoulder and gives me a big grin that I know means it. I'm not getting out of it that easily. Give me a quick rundown before I pass out. Luckily, Theo falls asleep pretty quickly and I don't have to tell her too much. The club is quieter now and I realize that the evening is winding down. It's several hours past midnight already. I glance over at the table the 4 of them are sitting at. Prince Theory seems to have finished draining Alexi's wallet dry, though the 2 of them are still arguing about something or another. Jem on the other side of the table wiping it down while Sammy points out the dirty spots. I wish this moment could last forever. No, I don't want to think like that. Everything has to come to an end. But still, it felt too short. Alexi! I'm reaching over for Theo, who's slumped over with her eyes closed when my hand brushes up against something on the floor. What's this? It looks like some kind of dog. How did you move over here so fast? Is that Pochire number 5, the one with only 50 copies in circulation? The one, the only Pompadour. Personal space, Sammy. Oops. He continues to stare excitedly at the sticker, hands balled into fists in front of him, as if resisting the urge to reach for it. You can have it if you want it. I found it on the floor. He snatches the sticker away before I can even finish talking, cradles it in his chest like a baby. Oh no, you've gone through so much. How could they treat you like this? I guess even Sammy gets excited about things. For you. Huh? Didn't you say there's only 50 of them? Mm-hmm. You can't take it then. You're the fan. You should have it. It's fine. Just let me look at it sometime. Are you sure? He nods, though it looks like he takes some serious willpower for him to give it back to me. Do me a favor in return. Yeah, of course. What is it? There are others lost in the wild. I want you to collect them for me. I say you just don't want to go outside. Why would I need to go outside if I have you? I think about turning him down. He really should get more sunlight, but it's a little hard to do when he's looking down on me like this. Fine. I'll see if any while I'm around. If I see any while I'm around, I'll pick them up. I'm not going to go out of my way to find them, though. Oh, you better believe I'm going to go out of my way to find them. This is an itch that needs to be scratched. That's fine. I feel like I just agreed to something annoying. Oh, well, these things are pretty cute. I guess it wouldn't hurt to keep an eye out. Uni has acquired a Pochirian sticker. There are many left in the world. If you come across any, simply click on it and it will get added to the Pochirian menu, accessible from the main menu. Each one has an associated side story you can view. They are optional and revolve around the daily life of our main cast, so pick and choose which you want to view. By the way, the Pompadour side story has been added this time. Oh, the jazz is back. Yes. After that, I tried to stall some more by going around and talking to everyone, but I can't prolong it for much longer. The guys seem ready to leave too, putting their jackets and cleaning everything up. I yawn a few times, trying to help out, but I feel I'm moving at half their speed. It's been a long day. Why is this voice somehow in between 1920s Flapper and Star Trek? I am talking like this. Words escape me. I can't think of the reference. I will look up briefly because it will haunt me. And I will wake up at 3 a.m. William Shatner. There we go. Why does this voice sound like a mix between Shatner and a flapper? Want me to want you? Want me to have some words out? Want me to walk you home? Nah, it's okay. Theo and I live nearby. Yeah? Wish I could say the same. Theory, want me to drive you back? That would be wonderful, thank you. You're not gonna offer to drive me too? I'm sorry, even if it's late, I don't think it's a good idea if you two are seen in the same vehicle. He'll be fine, he can run back home. He's a freak of nature. You know, the celebration for me doesn't really feel very celebratory. Hey. Hi. You look a little sad. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to. I just want to know why. I guess I'm just sad the night is over. I wish it could have gone on a little longer. I had a lot of fun with you guys. The silence that meets my statement is uncomfortable, and I quickly scramble to say something else. Stupid uni, when did you learn? You should just kept your mouth shut. You always drive people away by acting desperate. They obviously don't feel the same. Oh, See, Jem, you didn't need to worry after all. Huh? Jem was worried he'd find us all annoying and wouldn't want to hang around us again. Alexi! Payback for not driving me back. Well, it's true. I mean, you only just met us because of the case. I wasn't sure if you'd find our personalities overbearing. Not at all. In fact, today has been the most fun I've had in ages. Really? You two overthink way things. Another word salad. You two overthink things way too much. You'll drop by tomorrow, yeah? Don't invite people over to my house. Fine, you do it then. Come over tomorrow. I want to see that Poacher Rin sticker. Please don't tell me you've converted her as well. You're just a hater. I'm not. You should be thankful I haven't made those monstrosities illegal yet. Literally hater behavior. They all looked at me and I smiled back, a feeling of relief washing over me. That wasn't supposed to be funny. I know, I wasn't laughing at you, I was just, I gesture aimlessly. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say, but they seem to understand anyway. Get some sleep then, Garrely. Let's grab a bite together, yeah? Okay. See ya then. Wait, can you carry me? Nah. Sammy sulks a bit as Alexi leaves, mumbling something under his breath all the way, but he stops at the door and gives me a small wave over his shoulder before he too disappears into the night. He's going to be okay, right? Well, we should get going too. Come on, Theria, parked in the back. Alright. Good night then, Detective. Be careful on your way home. Oh god, no. Is this where I get hunted down for sport by the random serial killer? Don't like. My visual novel senses are tingling. Bye! Two of them leave and it's just me and a sleeping Theo. Alright, Theo, it's our turn to leave now. I sling her arm over my shoulder like usual. She mumbles something onto my neck, sags her whole weight against me, but I don't complain like I normally do. I'm so happy that nothing can ruin this evening. Oh my god! No, you're dropping too many flags! There are too many, oh my god. Too many red flags! Nothing can ruin this evening for me. No, don't do it! I gotta... Right now? Yeah, I can't hold it. Come on, Theo, you drink every day, don't you? This is nothing for you. Oh no. If you pooped on me, I will never forgive you. I know you had fun tonight, but try to take care of yourself, okay? You aren't that young anymore. What are we going to do when I'm not there to drag you home? Oh, I don't need to worry about all that. You'll always be there for me. Theo, wait. Don't try to fly your way out of this. I heard that at the end. I won't be there for you if you throw up on me. I'm serious. I guess I'll have to hold you then. I don't want to lose you. Ooh. That shouldn't be the only thing holding you back from vomiting on someone. Huh? Why did you randomly stop? Because the serial killer's there. The serial killer's there. Watch. No, nothing. I thought I saw something move. No, is our friend gonna die? No, she has too many flags on her for being open. No. I glance over at the alleyway. Even though it's dark, I can still see the back wall due to the lights. I don't see anything. Yeah, that's weird. I could have sworn that Diorla guy died there, right? Maybe it's his ghost. Okay, we're leaving now. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Student detectives not believe in ghosts? Obviously, ghosts aren't real, but just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you can actually stop your brain from thinking otherwise. Oh, yeah, you're right. Just like, I know I didn't drink this much, but I still... Hold it in for you. Okay, so maybe we weren't gonna... Pardon? Teehee, I was almost spotted. Teehee, I was almost spotted. That would have been really bad, wouldn't it? After all. My face would have scared her, don't you think? She's tough crowd today. Why are you sulking over there? I thought you'd be happy. It's going exactly as you wanted. Something's wrong. Why is she acting like that? What's that? Are you having second thoughts already? No. Oh, really? Even though you went out of your way to send that text? Even though you tipped off the police? Why'd you do that, I thought you'd want to be uninvolved, No reason. Well, keep your secrets if you want. I'll figure them out soon enough. Well then, dear... Uni. Enjoy your happiness while you still have it. After all, it won't last forever. But you know that. But you know that, wouldn't you? This marks the end of the prologue. Thank you for trying out the demo. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be running a Kickstarter campaign from October 22nd to November 21st. If it's successful, the full game is estimated to come out in 2026. You can follow the campaign here. Wishlist, etc. Feedback. You can now skip the deduction if you want to replay, maybe get a few extra lines at the end if you do all the route side story. Let's return to the main menu. Holy Toledo! I was not expecting random man to... We don't even know it's a man. And who's the woman he's talking to? My bet is, whoever the girlfriend was. That had the letters. Spicy, spicy. Spicy, spicy. I need to close out of this, actually. Tomorrow's demo is Great God Grove. Great God Grove. Oh, I've been looking at it. It looked very interesting. The art style reminded me of, I can see it. El Tigre? The artist, the gentleman, he, does, he's done like the Book of Life. He has a very specific art style. It sort of reminds me of that. Whoops. We already rated.